loved the way that he solved the mystery, so instead of just rehashing it all ourselves only to come to the same conclusions, we decided to invite him over today to represent his research in the episode. Hey, Rem.
Hey, I'm Remy. Yes, like the rat. I'm a YouTube gamer and theorist who tolerates FNAF and uses glitchy text in my video titles.
Welcome to the family, sir. Some tells me you're gonna fit right in.
I also like the internet creepypasta stuff, which is how I got involved with the whole Don't Hug Me mystery. You see, while I was watching, I noticed a few of the symbols showing up over and over again. Obviously, the biggest and most important one is going to be on the cover of the book that Leslie gives to Yellow Guy, but you'll notice that inside that big symbol are a bunch of smaller ones that we see repeated in other parts of the world. For example, this symbol here on the top right can be seen on the spine of the yellow book in the show's intro.
Or this symbol here, which appears in both the show's trailer as well as this spatial distribution that Yellow Guy drafts up in the final episode.
Clearly, they mean something. They're put in those places with intent, but how do you start to figure out what they could possibly mean? Well, you look for instances where a symbol is directly related to something someone says, and that's exactly what we get in episode 4.
Try my name.
Oh yeah, okay.
That inverted P is Duck's name.
This is further supported by the fact that during Duck's funeral in episode 2, we see that same symbol on his plane. Again, the symbol and Duck are connected.
Exactly. But you know where else it shows up? Here, on this title card from episode 3, Family. But you see what else is there? It's another one of these symbols, the one with a bunch of circles and curved lines. So knowing that the one symbol represents Duck, what have we just seen happen to him in the story? Well, Red Guy has joined him for dinner back at the house. That curvy symbol represents Red Guy. That's why it's their two names on this title card, and why Yellow Guy isn't mentioned.
And again, that's not the only time that we see this symbol making sense as Red Guy's name. We see the symbol appear again in the trash of Red Guy's office during episode 1, Jobs. Clearly, this is him throwing away paperwork that's been addressed to him. There's also the sticky note that's on the fridge that I mentioned earlier, which would make sense if he's marking something on the fridge as his.
So lastly, we need Yellow Guy's name. And while we don't have as one-to-one evidence to show this, we can figure it out by process of elimination. When the show shows a wide shot of Leslie's dollhouse in episode 6, we can see 3 symbols written on the walls. The first is Duck's name. We know that for sure. The second is Red Guy's name, which we feel highly confident in, which means that the last symbol here, this little robot face with a pointy tail, by process of elimination, that must be Yellow Guy.
Which now brings us back to the mystery book. Within that one huge symbol on the cover, you can see all 3 characters are represented. But why? What are the creators trying to say with this new language? And what are these other symbols connected to our main 3?
Well, if we look at the way that the cover is constructed, it can actually tell us a lot. This is going to be a massive oversimplification of some complicated linguistics, but there are a lot of different ways to make a written language. For example, English and other Romantic languages are made up from alphabets. They have letters that you can put together to form syllables or words, and then you can use those to make up more complicated ideas.